today is going to be fun. Today's going to be a fun day because we're specifically talking about how do you build your coaching business in 3 ways consistently. There's some things that you need to be consistent with in your coaching business. And what do you need to do in order to achieve a specific result? What are the things you need to do consistently? That's the best way to put it. What I really want to talk about is what are some areas of your business you really need to be successful in. And the reason why this is an interesting topic is there is a lot of coaches and speakers that I see that are trying to be successful in what we do, but the issue that they're having is they're doing a bunch of random things and they're not being consistent in any one area or a few different areas. So to really win at anything that you're doing, and remember this for the rest of your life, anytime you want to be successful in something, there's really only a half dozen things you need to do to be successful. Today, in terms of coaching and speaking, I'm going to put these 3 things. I'm going to give you 3 things that you need to do to really be successful in this craft. And this is key because you can work on everything in the world, but I don't want you to focus on things that you could work on and could do and could be nice. I want you to focus on the fundamentals, right? If you go play for an NBA team, don't get it twisted. You got to know the fundamentals. So what are the 3 fundamentals that you need to work on and build consistently? And that's what we're going to talk about. So let me share with you over the last half dozen years that I've been doing this industry, what do I need to focus on? So let me tell you one. So really the first thing is, and this is part of my 6-figure formula. You might have seen me talk about it before, but this is really key. So first thing is you have to get clear on structure. And when I say structure, you have to get clear on and constantly keep working and updating and fixing your structure. Meaning, what are you giving people? What are you offering? What are the deliverables you're getting people? A lot of times I see people who try to start successful coaching businesses, but they don't even have a coaching product. It's not structured in a way that they couldn't even have a cohesive or a clear conversation with somebody. If you ask them what do, they couldn't tell you. If you ask them what do they offer, they couldn't tell you. If you ask them what's the result you're going to help me if I paid for your coaching program, they couldn't help you. They couldn't tell you. If you ask them what kind of support I get if I joined your coaching program, they couldn't tell you. So they have so many holes in what they do that they automatically lose confidence. And especially if they got on the phone with somebody and somebody asks a question, it's not really even an objection. They just asking a question. But somebody asks a question and they get all flustered. So, and the reason is because you haven't set it up properly to where somebody would want to make that investment. Let me give you an example. So I was consulting somebody today, and one of the things that he said was, he's like, yo, every time I'm trying to get people to pay, but he was like, for some reason, like people, they just keep taking my advice. They just keep taking the free advice. I keep coaching people for free. I keep helping people for free. Nobody wants to pay for what I have. And he was getting very frustrated. So what I told him was, I said, well, that used to happen to me. I said, that doesn't happen to me anymore. And I said, the reason that I don't get people who just are coming up to me all day long just to get free advice is because how I position myself, how I come across as an expert, how I come across as confident, and how in a demeanor about how I deliver the information and set up expectations, people know that this is just not a random conversation that we just shooting a breeze and I'm just kind of giving you tips and just kind of just helping you out. They know that, okay, this is a well thought out process and he's evaluating whether I'm qualified to be able to work with him or not, or be able to come into the program. And they know from conversation that, okay, there's going to be an offer, or there's going to be a program at the end of this. And a lot of times, if you're getting people, if you're struggling to get people to pay your prices, that's because you probably haven't went through the work of structuring your coaching program properly. You probably have not went through the work of knowing exactly what people are going to get. You probably haven't went through the work of knowing exactly what you're offering people. Because you haven't went through that work, if you ever get on the phone with somebody, at that point, it just feels and it sounds, and the demeanor around the conversation is just like, hey, I'm just kind of giving you some tips. Hey, I kind of know some things about this area. I'm kind of just giving you a few tips. I'm kind of just helping you out. And it doesn't feel like I'm on a call with a professional. If that makes sense, go ahead and put "makes sense" in the chat. And this is so key. And this is why a lot of people have trouble making sales and getting people to pay their prices. It's because they don't come across as an expert on a consultation call or on a strategy call. Make sense? That's like, you got two people. I can guarantee you this. If I said, hey, I got two friends. I said, now, both of these friends could help you with, could give you some advice on this medical condition, for example, that you have, right? Now, I'm not going to tell you which one of these friends is a doctor. One of these friends are just a regular friend that they just kind of know about some things about, the condition. And then another person is an official, authentic, certified doctor. I can virtually guarantee you're going to know which friend is the doctor and which friend is just a regular person who may have done some research online. You're going to know. Coach, how are you going to know? Because the doctor is going to be well thought out in how they ask you questions. The doctor is going to not jump to a prescription. A doctor is going to ask you just a specific set of questions, real methodical. A doctor is going to set up the expectations properly. Your friend might just, oh yeah, okay, wow, that's how you feeling. Okay, whoa, yeah, but this might help and that might help, and yeah, and they just kind of just shooting the breeze. We're just kind of talking, having a cool conversation, and the doctor is going to be boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so that's what you're going through. Okay, boom. And this is, all right, from what I've seen from past clients, from past programs, from boom, okay, this program, okay, part of this might be able to help you. This part of the program might be able to. So there's certain things that a doctor, in a certain demeanor, a doctor has when they're talking to you over the phone than just a regular friend. So you got to be very mindful of the conversation that you're having with people and how it comes across. All right, so the second thing we're going to focus on is the second thing you need to be consistent on is your content. Now, a lot of us know this. A lot of us know that we need to be consistent in our content. And when we're talking about the content that you put out there, at the end of the day, that is how people are going to discover you online. If you want people to discover you online, it's very key that you focus on how you're putting yourself out there, and with the consistency that you're putting yourself out there. People like, yo, I see your following growing. I'm seeing your movement growing, coach. Like, yo, I see it happening right before my eyes. How is it happening? The reason that is happening is because I'm consistent. Every day you see me. Every day I'm posting, right? Every day I'm having conversations. So that's growing my knowledge base. That's growing my coaching skills, my coaching ability. So this is actively doing lives like this, speaking to my one-on-one clients, doing our weekly coaching calls, doing our one-on-one coaching calls, doing webinars, doing seminars, doing speaking engagements. All of those are helping me perfect my craft. So when I go out and I speak, people listen and it's engaging because I'm constantly getting better in communicating myself. So my content is getting better. A lot of times people think that in order to really grow your influence online, you got to be great at tech. No, you don't. You don't got to know all the little apps and little softwares. And it's not about being great at editing video. It's none of the tech. You got to be great at the skill. The skill is the main thing you need to be great at. The skill of coaching and speaking. That's the main thing you need. The little tech and the gadgets and this, that, and the third and the filters and how to edit it and the best editing software. And I see so many people get so caught up in all the different little apps and everything. And at the end of the day, you got to be a great communicator. And you got to speak to people in a way that's going to talk to their fears, that's going to talk to their motivations, that's going to talk to the things that they were afraid to speak to people about at night, that talks to their goals, their aspirations, where they want to go in this world. So this is key, that you talk to people like that. And then guess what? The more you put yourself out there, and you know the little technical things you need to do, from the hashtags and getting people to share and certain things. And by the way, if this is helpful, you better share this right now, because we're about to get off here in 3 minutes. So go ahead and press the little button below and share this while we're talking about sharing. So that's key. That's key. Now, content. So you want to be putting out content on a consistent basis. Not today and then next week I'll post a video, and then next week I'll post a meme, and then the next video you see from me is 3.5 weeks from now. No. What you do is you show up every day. It may not even have to be a video every day, but you might want to do a video every day. But at least post every day, show up, giving content, coaching, teaching, switching up your content, keeping it interesting, keeping it spicy, keeping it sexy, switching up certain things. So if you want an example of this, just go to my Instagram. Once this live is over, I want you to go to my Instagram page and look at how I continually do the same type of posts, but it's different and it's a variety of posts. Meaning, I do a lot of posts where I'm writing on a whiteboard. So, but guess what? That's not every single post. I do a lot of posts where I'll post testimonials, but that's not every single post. I do a post where I'm doing selfie and I'm talking into the camera, but that's not every single post. You feel what I'm saying? I do memes, not every post. I do quotes, not every post. I do personal family pictures, not every post. So I keep switching it up, but I have a certain set of posting rhythm that I have, that when I put it out, it keeps attention and it keeps it engaging, it keeps it fresh, and it's highly valuable. So now somebody who has been watching me, they're like, yo, I keep seeing this brother. He's consistent. He's always putting out content. It's always helpful, right? I get people who share my content, and that makes people want to actually work with me. That makes them want to learn more. That gets them engaged. So that's key, that you do that as well. All right, and then the last thing is sales. Sales really is going to come down to really having conversations with people and getting people to buy. Whether that's through a webinar, or whether you have a phone conversation with them, you meet them in person. At the end of the day, it's about identifying who are the people who are interested in having conversations with them. That might be through DM. That might be, you might have invited them to a webinar, or you might have invited them to a phone conversation. But whatever that looks like, it's about you having that conversation with people. If they discover you online, then obviously the conversation is going to happen online, and you got to take that conversation that happens online into a more private setting, like a phone call. And the more consistently you do that, when I say consistently, every day, the more you're going to get people who are going to be joining your program, because you're talking to people every day. For example, if you're having, let's just say, 4 conversations a month. Let's say 4 people you speak to per month. And one of those people become a client. One of those persons become a client. Your ratio is 1 out of 4. Meaning 30 days passed You spoke to 4 people. You did 4 consultations in a month. One person became a client. So you got a client. You got 1 client that month. Imagine if you're doing that. I'm doing 4 people a day. Think about that. I'm having 4 consultations a day. Even if my ratio is the same as your ratio, instead of getting 1 client that month, how many did I get? I got 30. I give you weekends off. I got 20. So I got 20 in a month. You got 1 client in a month. Who's going to make more money over the long run? In a year, you had 12 people that paid you. In a year, I got 240 clients that paid me. You see the difference? And then it's not just that. Because I'm speaking to more people, my skill development is going to be a lot faster than yours. So because I'm speaking to more people every day, my confidence is going to grow a lot faster. My speaking ability is going to grow a lot faster. My coaching ability is going to grow a lot faster. My sales ability is going to go a lot faster. My ability to create content is going to go a lot faster. You feel what I'm saying? My ability to present my program is going to be a lot better. My ability to tell stories is going to be a lot better because I'm having way more conversations than you are every day, every month. So that's 1 sale a day, right? So that's 240 in a month. So with that, I'm gonna have my ability. I'm gonna just grow a lot faster. I'm not just gonna make more sales, but I'm actually going to develop a lot faster than you are.